This caused all the mishap.
Oh, is that what was in your tyre?
In my back tyre, and how much did it cost to replace?
I don't want to crash into my car.
Watch the eco boost.
Watch the eco boost.
Did you hear that van go by? Yes. And the traffic outside. If we shut the door...
Soundproofing. On average, 4 people are killed on the UK roads every day. That costs the economy £2.3 million. I didn't want to be judged as someone that was working with the police for obvious reasons.
And when did you lose your licence?
Firstly, great question. So I've had a low pressure warning on my car. So if I turn on the ignition, there you go. Right, it'll disappear. Really annoying because I'm due on the Road to Success podcast with Ben Fowler in literally 3 or 4 hours. Right, thanks to Mum, she's found it. Oh, for God's sake. As if it couldn't get much worse, the previous owner to this car spent so much money on Vossen wheels.
Good morning, Innovations.
Good morning, buddy. I've had a friend of mine recommend you for tyre replacement.
Right, let me get a tyre ordered. Worst case, I'll send it back.
Do you a star. Thank you very much. So we're here at Second to None now, and they are jumping on the Mustang to get the wheel in that corner sorted ASAP. Now, downside for me, it's raining, but plus side, thanks to Ben, they've recommended a good place. And now these guys are going to get to work and hopefully get it sorted. But I, for one, need to go in and ask them about safety when it comes to repairing a tyre. Right, guys, look. That is what we were dealing with. So thank God these guys came to the rescue, but you should not be driving when something like this is in your tyre. Categorically, temporary fix, all right? So this isn't something that you can then get repaired and then go and give it the beans. You can't get it repaired and then go on a track day. They're saying this should be really to get you home or to get you to a position where you can get those tyres replaced. At least now I know that I'll be driving home even safer than I was going to be doing before. But big shout out to the guys here. Right, guys. Let's thank the builders at Mum's house for this. Look at this, all right? All this issue from this.
Here we are, look.
Look at this. This caused all the mishap.
Oh, is that what was in your tyre?
In my back tyre, and how much did it cost to replace? Or will it cost later on to replace?
I'm gonna go... Are they cups? 300...
450.
Was it?
Not happy. Now, to those of you that don't know, Ben has a podcast van called The Road to Success. Well, the podcast is called The Road to Success, but the van is converted so that, unlike any other podcaster, they're not stuck to a studio space. They can literally take this wherever they want. They've been to the Nürburgring, they've been all over the place. But luckily for me, I live fairly local, or at least my family live fairly local, so it put me in a position where I could simply turn up. Okay, so top button, and the second one down. I should have done them at the same time, it appears.
This is my Audi TT Roadster and Fiat 500 Coupe.
Okay.
No, jokes aside, this is a Lamborghini Huracan Performante, 2018 car. It is a Spider, triple layer yellow paint, Giallo Inti. Mwah! V10 engine.
It is lovely.
Sounds
Me and
nuts.
Sam sat in this at Gravity. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because my friend is 6'8".
Yeah,
he was all the way over the top.
No way I can drive
He's
it.
so tall that he sees over the windscreen. Right, look. You could argue to Owen on my videos, I can have a sun strip because I can see over the windscreen.
Now I've got the lights on so you can see a little bit better, but I
For
love
sure.
colour on cars, I love paint, and this is a triple layer yellow, that's the one.
Triple layer yellow, okay.
And this is triple layer red, this is Rosso Fuoco.
So this is a Ferrari Superfast V12?
812 Superfast, yes. This
And this is a crazy, crazy car.
800 horsepower, rear wheel drive, mental. I actually drag raced it yesterday for an officially gassed
You
YouTube
did?
video. The key is somewhere in it. I don't actually genuinely know where.
So the key's in the car.
So it's definitely a keyless car.
Okay.
George, you may have to put the seat back a little bit and watch out for my rubbish in there.
Because you're 5'6".
That is
Are your
correct.
15 sausage rolls from the officially gassed day still in here?
Yes, they're in the boot.
So guys, to put it into context for you, Ben very kindly purchased 15 sausage rolls for all the people that attended the drag race that he did with officially gassed. He's just hit his boot on the roof. Anyway, turns out all the guys that were involved were actually halal, so they couldn't eat them. But Ben was very upset because his kindness quickly turned into what?
Now I've got loads of sausage rolls left over in boot of 812 Superfast.
Is it in quiet mode? Ben? Is it in quiet mode?
I don't want to crash into my car.
Watch the eco boost go.
Watch the ego boost. The whole car's shaking.
On top, I need a modified exhaust, but I don't actually think so with this.
A bit Larry, isn't it?
It is nuts, but you want to hear the V10 is a Performante as well.
There we go. Hold on.
There we go. Right, we're in.
Let's see if he can put it in reverse. Many hours later, get it all the way out. You're gonna get it out, whip it all the way out.
That's what she said.
I think you have to push it the other way. Ah! Things are happening. Things are happening. Oh, come on! If it's in park, you can take your foot off the road. Now, on the steering wheel, if you want to drop that down into sport, maybe, and then click the menu button in the middle.
Okay, right, this is amazing. Should I leave it out and put it back in? Put the roof
Put
up.
it back in with the roof off, it's fine.
Bit further, bit further, bit further, bit further. Yeah, I'll be right.
I remember a time, strictly, when getting in a Vauxhall Astra VXR was exciting. Even sitting in, starting, moving a Huracan, revving it, and playing with a Superfast over here, thanks to these two. Honestly, amazing. So guys, I mentioned earlier, if you didn't already catch on, that we are taking part in a podcast today with Ben and also Sean, who's going to be managing it, but all the same, we're going to be on a Road to Success podcast episode, which is super exciting for me as a big consumer of podcasts myself. I don't know if you guys listen to them. So to have Ben actually invite me to be on one is amazing.
And
so
did you hear that van go by?
Yes.
And the traffic outside? If we shut the door,
on average, 4 people are killed on the UK roads every day. That costs the economy £2.3 million. Obviously, you've got call outs of emergency services. You've also got loss to the local economy. It's just crazy. There's just so much to it.
wow.
My name's George, and you might know me from the videos with the policeman Owen Messenger.
You have over 1 million TikTok followers and an overall 1.5 billion views across all your platforms.
Persistence, refuse to give up on something I loved.
The car community does have a tested relationship with the police.
I didn't want to be judged as someone that was working with the police for obvious reasons. I've had quite a few friends over the years die through either drink driving, drug driving, or unsafe, dangerous driving. It gets to the point where you're like, right, I'm done with this. Like, you can only be sad so many times.
And when did you lose your license?
Firstly, great question. That's it, guys. That's a wrap. So me and Ben have now got our podcast episode out the way. A few mistakes that we'll obviously edit out, of course.
Everything can be done in the edit.
Everything can be done in the edit. So we're going to go outside now. I mentioned earlier there's a surprise. Basically, in short, Ben has a car in addition to the Range Rover and the Lambo and the Ferrari. That's quite exciting. So I think you should take us down there and show us.
Away. We'll go and find it.
Now, Ben, without giving it away, what is it that we're going to show them right now? Because it's not what your average person has.
Yeah, so behind us is a 1989 Porsche 930 Turbo. And the story behind it is basically, I went to a car show, I saw one that wasn't actually real, but I thought it was real, modified on these amazing wheels, exhausts, lowered the lot, and I just fell in love with it. And I was so drunk and pissed, I phoned up JZN Porsche, and generally at this car show in Belgium, and basically put a deposit down on a car as soon as we were leaving the show.
I think we should show them. So this car is absolutely stunning, but guys, let's switch the camera around and show you now.
Take it out of its protective bubble to stop it rusting.
So Ben, most people don't even have a protective little air thing like this. Are you tall enough to...
Do you know what? This blew up in around about 2 minutes. From flat pack to this, 2 minutes with the little air compressor to blow this
So to those of people that don't know, what is a Porsche 930 Turbo? Is it fast, or is it just an old classic?
No, it's fast. So this is slightly modified. It's got a bigger intercooler, different exhaust system. It's got a baller exhaust system straight through. I believe it's about 420 horsepower, though it's not been dynoed at that recently. But that's what it's believed to be. It does nothing when you put your foot down if the revs are below 3.5. The second it hits 3.5, and famously these are known as the Widowmakers.
Is it naturally aspirated or turbo?
Turbo.
Okay, yeah,
big
in the name.
Big turbo.
Yep.
George. It comes on boost and then it just goes, and it's nuts. And what I love about it is this car is on that bridge between modern technology and a classic, because it's got electric seats and electric sunroof. Things you wouldn't expect. It's got no traction control, no ABS, and after watching a couple of Misha's videos, I now believe that I can heel and toe in it, which I do try and enjoy doing all the time.
You tell yourself that. I'm not going to make you pull it out. We can save that for another video in the future. I know it will be exciting, but I have something much more important to talk to you about. So Ben, I think it's important to say, while you do have a 930 turbo, while you do have the Huracan Performante, while you do have the 812 Superfast and the Range Rover, something that I want to know about is when you have a powerful car, how do you drive that confidently without making extreme financial mistakes, crashing it or having mishaps or causing harm to someone else? You mentioned something about driving courses that you've done?
Yeah, so when I was able to get a sports car when I was younger, my first powerful car was a Cayman GTS Porsche.
I've heard a little bit about this on a hill overtaking.
Yeah, I made a ridiculous mistake on a drive-out morning, and I followed someone when they overtook. And this was back when my dad was alive and he was driving a car behind me, and he watched me do it, and someone overtook a car in front of me near a crest, and by the time I followed them out, I was at the blind crest in the road, and a car come the other way, and it was inches between having a fatal accident and not having a fatal accident.
Yeah.
I then got such an almighty bollocking by my dad, I actually did a Rosper Institute of Advanced Motorists course, and I did a performance on-road driving course with a guy called Ivan from Total Car Control, and he was brilliant. And the stuff I took away from that, I actually think, to this day, I've probably done over 100,000 miles in supercars, maybe another 50,000 miles in sports cars on the road, and I'm yet to have an incident other than someone crashing into the back of me.
Okay, so following that, guys, with my Mustang, such a powerful car, and I have no or very limited experience in powerful rear-wheel drive vehicles, I want to go on these driving courses to not only show them that it's possible, but I want to see what I can learn and prove to myself what Owen's been saying is that experience wins over confidence. And I think every single one of us, when we pass our driving test, says that we're a fantastic driver. And I kind of want to humble myself in saying, well, okay, cool, let's prove it, and going on those experiences and learn. So, guys, I want it to be known on the channel now, if you stayed along to the end of the video, that whether it's with Ben or not, I want to do courses just like that. From my advanced drivers to the on-road driving course that you mentioned, but I would like you to put me in contact with and get this person to watch this video, because I hope that at some point in the next couple of episodes, guys, I will be on one of these driving courses so you can see what it's like from me. Maybe, if we're lucky, we can get Ben to come too. Let us know, would you like to see me drive either the Lamborghini or the Ferrari? Let us know, and if you do want to see that, maybe that will happen after I've passed my driving course. So guys, thank you so much. This has been enough for Ben at Ben's house now, but I now need to go back to the garage to get a new tyre on the car, to drive it back home, to then go and see the girlfriend tomorrow so that we can go on holiday. So thank you so much for watching. I'll go and get that tyre done now, and we'll join you when we get there. Right guys, so I've got some news that I'm not too thrilled about. Although that tyre company that we were with earlier in the video are fantastic, the company that were delivering the tyre to them let them down. So I've now come back to see them, and they've had to let me down, saying that we can't have the tyre tonight, unfortunately. So I have to drive home now on the repair, which isn't what I advised. So I guess we're just gonna have to hope for the best, and I'm really sorry that that's happened, but I will have to end the video there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Wish me luck on the way home. So blessed to have been on the Ben Fowler podcast, The Road to Success. It was great to meet Sian as well, the editor. By the way, she actually works for a very famous person, which I don't want to mention. It's kind of big deal in the podcast industry, a big deal. And yeah, as a result, I'm going to go home now and enjoy my holiday tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you haven't already. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you next time.